YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy Ray. I'm the original ordinary guy back again with another video for you fellas. I just want to get on here and remind y'all something that society will prefer you weak. Always remember that. As you're going through your daily, routine, as you're just going through life, progressing in life, moving in life, I want you to remind yourself every single day. It should be a daily reminder that you tell to yourself. Don't look at this video as your daily reminder. Look at this video as a reminder to give yourself a daily reminder that society will prefer you weak. The weaker you are, the better. Right? I was watching the marches over the weekend and I was just thinking, and plus I'm in North Carolina, so I'm in Charlotte, so it's going crazy in Charlotte, and I was just looking at the people that were out there, and majority of the people are old, fat, they agree with the lifestyle of a same-sex engagement. They agree with the lifestyle of sexual transformation, and it was just pitiful, right? I was just looking, not that I agree with, I'm not a Republican or Democrat. I was just looking at the pointless, actions that they were taking, and not only in Charlotte but all over. And I was just looking at it as weakness, as a throwaway, as non-productive, and that's what society would love to have you at. Those people are claimed to be victims. They have this victim mindset, this victimhood that they're going along with, and that everything bad happens to them directly. You know what I'm saying? Not that if I don't agree with you, something bad can't happen to me as well. No. It's always a personal thing, and it's out to get me and the people that are like me. So I want you to remind yourself, because it reminded me that you being a masculine man or growing to be a masculine man, fighting through this feminized world that's been pushed into our face, you fighting against that, there's an agenda to keep you weak and an agenda to turn you docile, to turn you senile, to turn you just more feminine than you're already being pushed towards. Just like those people that are on those marches. The emasculation is real. I'm just here. The self-castration is real. It's really real. And just to remind yourself that you're not being celebrated. A lot of men are complaining, hey, I'm not being celebrated for my masculine efforts. He's celebrating you, trust me. Trust and believe. Even through the hard ups and downs, he's celebrating you. Always remember that. Keep that in mind. I have to remind myself as well. I won't get the celebratory, praises from the people of my flesh, from the humans. So I look elsewhere. I look within, I go within, I pray about it. I'm like, yo, I feel like I'm doing everything right. Not even everything right. I feel like I'm doing it in a manly manner, but why am I being, why are stones being thrown at me for having this mindset, for living this lifestyle? Just remember, fellas, where we at right now at these times. Just keep that in mind, so you won't be second guessing yourself to get off your path. You know what I'm saying? So you won't be falling to the feet of, self-castration and emasculation and things of that nature. People in Charlotte cannot drive and things of that nature. Just keep yourself up, keep your body right, keep your mind right. Watch the foods you eat. Watch the TV that you watch, the music, you know what I'm saying? If you're on porn, slowly, slide yourself away from that. Get yourself off of that. Don't let it crowd your brain. Watch social media. Clean up your social media, That's what I did yesterday. I had to do some more cleaning when I seen some tomfoolery. When I seen BS, I said, okay, let me get up in here and clean up some more. I already cleaned up a bit of it, but let me clean up some more. Keep that in mind that there's an agenda out for strong man and strength, for your masculine essence. Remember, they want to destroy it. And it's not like they're gung-ho about destroying it, because if that was the case, we'll be way worse than we are. No, this is a slow attack. This is over the year. This could take years for you to be indoctrinated to forget about your masculine paths and masculine ways. Remember that. But if you are feeling discouraged, like, dang, where's my pat on the back? Dang, where's my congratulations for my efforts, for my leadership, for my provision, for my protection, for, what I'm saying, for my strong words, my strong actions? There is none. You will only receive that from people that are in your circle, if that, or people that you're providing that service to, if that. Other than that, the only thank you will get is from above. The only thank you will get is what you're being blessed with. Because society wants you weak. It prefers you weak, man. It prefers you begging. It prefers you wimping. It prefers you crying, sobbing. It prefers you, on your hands and knees of, whatever the government or of a unrighteous woman. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about that for a minute. I was, I guess you could say talking, not really talking, just, a little bit of bicker back and forth with a woman not too long ago, and talking about preferences and things of that nature. And of course, when it was my turn to talk about preferences, I didn't give her my direct preferences. I just disagreed with certain things. And of course, I was shamed for such. And right now we're in a time period where men are shamed, right? For having preferences, having standards, having morals and things of that nature. That is a good thing. You have to look at that as a good thing. Because when I was growing up and I was weak and I was going along with everybody being a yes man, nobody ever said anything to me personally. Nobody ever said anything to me. Nobody said, you got to have your own mind, speak your own mind. You need to grow up and be a man. You need to grow up and have masculine principles. Nobody said anything like that. But as soon as I did grow up, as soon as I did gain masculine presence and principles, guess what? Demonizing. Just got demonized for it. And at first, I'm not going to lie to you, I wanted to backtrack everything I said because the heat was too much. But after a while of going through that, those trials and tribulations, I realized that's a signal of, how can I say it? That is a signal of the right path. Anytime somebody tries to demonize your masculinity, understand you're on the right path. So as you're going through the trials and tribulations, as you're going through all this, they're trying to indoctrinate you, just think, hey, the more they boo, the better I'm doing. That's what I do. When I'm getting booed and when I'm getting, tomatoes thrown at me and I'm getting, called all types of names and getting demonized, guess what? I just be, okay, I'm doing the right thing. I'm looking at the guys that congratulate. I'm looking at them. Like, wow, I do not want to be, I don't want to be that. The guys that congratulating, the same people that are booing me and wanting me to fail, I'm looking at the guys that are congratulating. I'm like, I would rather get booed off stage than be one of those guys. And that's what I've been going through lately, the last couple months. Trying to, revamp my mind to be like, all right, I want to hear more boos. I want to hear more, more turmoil from those people, you know what I'm saying? Or from that side of the world or whatever the case may be. And so far, so good, it ain't failed me yet since I, switched my mindset. But I keep in mind that what I'm doing it for as well. I always keep in mind what you're doing it for, but just have a daily reminder. When people aren't agreeing with you, they're not supposed to agree with you. That's not their MO. It's hard to agree with strength. It's easy to agree with weakness because weakness has ways out, has tricks. No. Strength, boom, we're going straight ahead. We're either going up, we're either going right, we're either going left, we're going straight ahead, whatever the case may be. So keep that in mind, fellas. It's a dangerous thing out here, and it's not a physical war. That's the thing about it. If it was more physical, we probably could overcome easier, but it's not. It's more of a spiritual and a mental war that we're going through, and it's right in front of our faces. And you just got to combat it. You just got to fight against it. Stay on your path and stay, consistent on what you're doing. There is no pats on the back. There is no awards for you at the finish line. There's none of that. And a lot of guys seen that and say, I give up. Since I ain't getting no congratulations, I ain't getting no award, man, forget this. But you are being gifted, man. You are being rewarded. You just don't know it. All right? Not advice, but a warning, fellas. Appreciate y'all tuning in. That's another damn reality for your ass. Love.